Hello! Today we're going to show you how to apply OSMO finishes to a wood surface. Alright, you want to start off by sanding it down to 120 grit. Here we're just using a standard palm sander. You want to make sure you're doing 50% overlap, making sure to sand evenly and get everything flat. You can use a sanding block or just sandpaper by hand to sand the edges. Be sure to ease those edges so that it helps the structure of the wood and no one gets cut or dinged up. Alright, and then once you're done sanding, use a microfiber cloth to remove the bulk of the dust you have there, and then the second time to remove any fine dust. And then we're ready to put our first coat of OSMO Wood Wax Finish 1101 Clear Satin. I'm going to put this on pretty heavy, leaving some to sit and soak. Just apply it liberally, allow it to sit for about 5 to 10 minutes using the white Scotch-Brite pad. I like to cut off smaller pieces for application and leaving larger for removing the excess. Just dip the tip of the corner into the oil there and blot it around like you've seen me do here, and apply it heavily and evenly and allow it to sit for 5 and 10 minutes. Alright, and don't forget to pay special attention to that end grain. It has a little more open pores than the rest of the wood. As you can see how heavy I've left it on there. We'll come back 5 minutes later and we'll remove that excess. I know you can't see from this angle, but there is not a whole lot left sitting there. A lot of it's soaked in. Right now we're basically just evening out and blending everything. I'm going to let this dry for 8 hours, or preferably overnight. And we'll come back tomorrow and put a second coat. I'm going to come in, first thing I'm going to do is feel the wood and see how smooth it is. If it feels a little rough for you, you can absolutely sand in between coats if you feel necessary. It is not necessary according to OSMO. Be sure to stir your oil well, and again, a little goes a long way. Start small and kind of work your way up. If you have any excess at this point, just move it to the next section if you can. The concept with OSMO is to apply what the wood will absorb and nothing more. You're working this stuff in all directions. Doesn't matter if you go with or against the grain. Just make sure you're putting it on very thinly and evenly. If you do happen to have any excess, use a clean white pad to remove that. Let it dry overnight, and it should be dry to touch. 2-week full cure time on these finishes.